Hey everyone, Kyle Dwyer here, owner and broker of TNT Properties, coming to you from the Bryan-College Station area. Today we're going to be talking about the best way to handle tenant evictions. Evictions makes you cringe just thinking about it, doesn't it? Well, no one likes to deal with them. They can be a real pain, time-consuming, expensive, frustrating. All the while your investment's sitting occupied by a tenant who's either not paying rent or is in default at the lease due to some sort of negligence. Well, come to think of it, it's the only time you wish that your property was sitting vacant. Well, all of this is the exact reason why having a good property manager to be able to handle this type of situation is so important. Because being able to rely on someone who knows the eviction process and knows what steps to take and not to take to ensure that the entire process works out in your favor is so important. Because the last thing that you want is to spend all that time and all that money trying to evict someone to later realize that you missed a crucial step in the process that ends up costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So with that said, I'm going to give you 3 key points to handle tenant evictions in the best way possible. So the first key point is that evictions should be completely avoided in the first place. Following a detailed and efficient tenant screening process should alleviate the need for evictions completely in most cases. Now, don't get me wrong, tenant evictions can still happen even with proper tenant screening, but if they were screened properly, it should be avoided in most cases. Now, the second key point is, now this is important, leave your emotions out of it. Because the more you let your emotions get in part of the situation, the harder it is going to get for you. Because if your tenants are really in default of the lease, they're going to be throwing every excuse in the book at you, trying to make you understand why they're in default of the lease. And because of this, it's really not their fault. And so you got to be real careful there. Now, this will lead me into my third and final key point. Know the terms and conditions of the lease and stick to it. Do not, I repeat, do not alter or bend the terms and conditions of the lease at all for any reason, because once you start doing that, it's going to get easier and easier for you to do so. And then you're going to have yourself in a real tight spot. So you're going to get a lot of he said, she said things going on. And, the tenants will say something like this to the judge. The landlord let me pay on the 15th of the month, even though rent's due on the 1st. But there was that one time that you bent the rules of the contract and let your emotions get to you and let them pay on the 15th without any penalties. And that's going to end up costing you. So I hope all of this sheds some light on how to handle a situation like this. But if you do have any more questions about tenant evictions or property management in general, give us a call anytime. I'm Kyle Dwyer with TNT Properties. Until next time.